Hello, everyone. You're in the office with Joseph Skoda. Of course, you can see my office behind me. I have a lot of airplanes in the sky. And that reminds me of one of my favorite movies. I think it came out in the 80s, called True Lies. You had Jamie Lee Curtis and Arnold Schwarzenegger, husband and wife. Now, if you watch the movie, you know Arnold, he was kind of undercover, doing a lot of things in the background with Tom Arnold, the other Arnold, and they did a lot of stuff, and he kind of lied to his wife. She thought he was a car salesman. Every time she would call looking for him, usually Tom Arnold would get the call and forward to him, and he could be in another country. But he was always working late. He was missing his daughter's birthday, all these different things because he was busy. But he was often hiding who he really was from his wife. Now, fast forward in the movie, we know his wife was kind of bored. Sure, um, her husband took care of everything. Her husband, Harry, I think his name was Harry in the movie, he took care of the bills. They had nice cars, probably some money saved up for vacations, but he was never home. And then that one time, I don't know how it happened. If she was in a restaurant or looking for a car, whatever it is, the car salesman started kind of hitting on her, kind of pretended he was an undercover agent, doing all kind of things and making her believe that she was part of his team, his excitement, his adventure. So here it is. We have a husband and wife, both kind of semi-honest with one another. They had a secret life. They had what we call, well, they masked themselves, but they lived in that land of not knowing who they were. I keep talking about masks because they were undercover. And if you see later on in the movie, later on, when the bad guys come and attack them, I think at Caribbean Island, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, Harry, they're after me, they're after me." And he's like, "Hold on a second, you don't quite understand what I've been doing the last 10 years or so." So instead of her feeling, "Oh my goodness, feeling sorry, you bad for him," I think she hit him. She hit him or smacked him and was so angry because she didn't know. Now, how often in life we put on that facade, that fake mask, that crutch, whatever it may be, that cover, where people don't really know who the real us is. Now, take for example, I wear a lot of hats these last couple of years, and here's a great hat with a star in the middle, not a cop, kind of patriotic, a great looking hat. In fact, here's even a better one with the flag and the stars. And I believe deep down inside, most Americans, most people in general, think they're patriotic. Unfortunately, these last several months or even last several years, a lot of us are unsure what that really means. What does it mean being patriotic? Am I 100% this way or that way? Or am I swayed? Do I have to follow a certain path? That's scary because we don't know and we want to feel patriotic and love for our fellow citizens and our neighbors and believe everything's going to go right. And therefore, since we're unsure of what's happening around us, we're all putting on that mask a little bit. We're all undercover. It's hard to tell what anyone's really thinking because we have that fear of speaking out. We have that fear of saying who we think we are. And don't get me wrong, a lot of us are a little confused about who we think we are because we've been under that mask for so long, because we've been undercover, because we've been that facade, because we don't want people to realize what's really going on in our back mind. Now we know recently we're masked a different way with the mask, right? All kinds of shapes and colors, different kind of mask, and some people put a Hello Kitty or a smiley face on their mask, try to bring out their personality or some humor. Every now and then you get some real negative mask out there, and I think recently the swastika, the Nazi symbol, and some other people putting some kind of hate things on there. That's not the norm, but that happens also. Is that who they really are? Or are they trying to hide because they don't know who they are? They want to protect themselves because of perception of others around them. And we all go through that stage sometimes. We don't want people, we don't want to be caught off guard and get a left hook or right uppercut because someone don't know what we represent. And therefore, there's a lot of fear. We get scared out there, and we go undercover even deeper. Sometimes deep enough where our loved ones, like Jamie Lee Curtis and Arnold Schwarzenegger, didn't know each other. Sure, they loved each other, regardless of what happened in the future, whatever. They were still going to love one another, but they no longer knew each other. You ever go to work and you thought you knew your coworker or your boss, and then one day some comment comes out, or a switch, or maybe even a depression, and we just don't quite see what's going on anymore? Those kind of things happen in real life. They really do. It's okay to go undercover. It's okay to have a facade or have an extra sense of humor like I try to have. A lot of us use humor to hide the pain we feel, the depression, anxiety, what do you say, the dirty laundry we have at home. We don't want everybody to look what's in our closets. And there's some truth to those kind of things. And because we're imperfect people, we make mistakes. We often do the wrong thing, find ourselves in the wrong place at the wrong time, get called out. And if we're not careful, that negativity about us could follow us for the rest of our lives. Now, come on, some people recover faster than others and live very productive, successful lives. But a lot of us maybe make one mistake too many, and we can never truly recover. And it's scary because we all go through that. And how are we going to get that self-confidence back to be stronger than ever before? Being honest with ourselves, and especially other people, we're open to someone finding a weakness in our character. Because we have to humble ourselves. And when you humble yourselves, often emotions come out. Often people know your real address, maybe they're your real name, and there's a humbleness and a chance for someone to attack you. Sure, that's scary and affects more and more people than you realize. Not just you and me, affects a lot of people we love, our parents. In most cases, we don't know everything our parents went through in their lives, and they don't want their kids to know. Sure, that might be some of that nagging and complaining going on, and back in my day, we did it like, of course, that goes everywhere. And you and I are going to do it to our kids and grandchildren also, if we have them, or nieces and nephews. And that's okay. But do you ever want them to find out what you're really about? Unless you wrote a book or was an artist or in the public eye where you couldn't hide if you wanted to. A lot of our family, our friends, our loved ones don't know the whole picture, don't see the big picture, don't understand there is a picture because we're too much undercover and hiding those things from ourselves. Now, there's something else I like to do when I talk about undercover. There's a lot of covers. What about this? How about just covering your head and your face? Maybe be a mummy or the creature from the Black Lagoon or something. Whatever it is, whatever your culture is, we all want to hide something we don't want anyone to know about. But let me tell you a secret. Come on, listen in. You and I we have to be kidding ourselves if we believe that no one can see right through us. People see right through our BS. People see right through our facade. People see right through when we're undercover. Maybe not right away. Maybe not the whole pictures we talked about, but people can see those things. And the sooner you and I come to terms with that, the sooner we can come on with a common ground, and we may need them to cover for us later on, whatever that is. But when we're trying to pretend no one knows and we're going about and being ourselves, we think, and doing something different, and we're trying to hide, all you're doing is challenging everyone around you to find out weakness in your armor, to find out what you're really up to. and often distrust you. Do you want to live your whole life where people can't trust you? You might be the nicest, kindest, most loving person in the planet, but someone finds you are lying about something that's important to them. Sadly, it happens more often than not. Our credibility is gone. Once again, we're not a perfect people. We're an imperfect people in an imperfect world. And if we could ask for help more often, or we could make suggestions that are valuable, we could actually listen without saying anything, but just listen to find out how we can adapt and truly understand the message. That's a skill a lot of us don't have these days, is truly listening. Now you see I have the planes behind me. I love that. But you know that's not real. That's not really behind me. And often we just have to be real and tell people, this is the real me. Yeah, it's a green screen behind me because this is the real me. The rest of it was not necessarily made up. The story, the truths are real. But if you thought for 1 second I had these planes flying overhead of me, well, good on me. But this message is all about something different. This message is about being real with ourselves. This message is being not afraid to be humble. And this message is truly an urgency for each and every one of us to come out from that uncoverness and show our true selves. You're in the office with Joseph Skoda, and let me know what you think about this message and others, because you and I, and trust me, everyone around us has a story. You have yourself a great day. I look forward to seeing you. Bye now.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
We are now reaching our second-year anniversary on our inspirational, educational, and entertainment programmings. As part of our journey, we are so grateful to announce that our programs are now available to watch live in real time on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Periscope. A big appreciation to all our followers, viewers, supporters, and to those who are cheering for our success. Thank you very much for your patronage. For 2 years we have produced over 25 shows. And joined by passionate collaborators, individuals, and organizations. Social media shows network's 2-year anniversary, and 100 episode celebration, and $100 giveaway. No purchase necessary. Go to socialmediashows.com for more details. We are now reaching our 2nd year anniversary on our inspirational, educational, and entertainment programmings. As part of our journey, we are so grateful to announce that our programs are now available to watch live in real time on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Periscope. A big appreciation to all our followers, viewers, supporters, and to those who are cheering for our success. Thank you very much for your patronage. Social media shows network's 2-year anniversary, and reaching 100 episode celebration. As part of our appreciation, we are giving away $100 to a lucky winner. No purchase necessary. Go to socialmediashows.com for more details.
Hey, hello everyone. GI Joe Skoda here with GI Connections, connecting veterans with resources. Now, how many resources are out there for us? There are so many, anywhere from getting into state parks for free, reduced rates on fishing and hunting licenses. Sometimes people don't even have to pay property tax, depending on what state you live in. There are different benefits for all of us. A lot of us have not even filed for their first claim yet. Disability claim. It's not time to have that pride saying, I worked hard, I don't need it because of all these other things, my life is good. What about those other veterans? What about veterans that are coming up the ranks right now? What about people, your grandkids? If you and I do not apply for benefits, someday, you can mark my word, there's going to be less money allocated in the fund to help those of us and those of them with help with disability and other things. We have to go out there and fight for what we earn, what we deserve, what's coming to us. It's not welfare. It's just something, we seen something, we experienced something, we got hurt, and we need to be compensated for it. Don't need to get rich and try to get 100% for everyone. Not everyone was damaged that badly. But a lot of us have emotional scars in addition to physical scars. And we have to realize that from one another. And I strongly encourage you to apply for your disability benefits right away. Talk to a county service officer, talk to a DAV rep, American Legion rep, VFW. There are a lot of reps out there that will help you for free, as well as your county service officer. Like I said, they are there to help you and I get the benefits we need. Now, with that being said, that's financially and also medically, because once you get in the VA system, they're going to take care of some of your health issues. Not all of them, unless you have 100% disability, but they're going to take care of the ones you have disabilities for, and maybe some other things. You know, even if you get 100%, you can get dental work. And a lot of us are able to see doctors outside the VA hospital or VA clinic, make it easier through the choice program. A lot of good things out there, not just money, the health care. But what about those of us that have lost a purpose when we left the military? All right, great. We have someone working on our disability claims, helping us out there, and that's wonderful. And you and I need to make sure that happens. But what about those of us who can't really hold down a job when we leave the military? Or maybe we can, but it's less pay than we expected, maybe even less pay than we were earning in the military. And that's hard to believe because especially if you're enlisted, there's not a lot of money there. It's more of a pride that we're doing something important with our lives that matters more than anything else. But what about those things? Are you looking for work? Are you looking for a job? Are you looking to take it easy after retirement? You know, we're looking for probably a little bit of all of that. But in the meantime, during that transition, a lot of us have to deal with stress, anxiety, post-traumatic. You all know what I'm talking about. These are not words we haven't heard before. How about anxiety? About not knowing about the future. None of us knows about the future. But while you're waiting for that job or waiting to finish school or got an entrepreneur mindset and don't quite know what to do with it, we often need someone that mentor and guide us through the process. Now, I'm no expert, but I'm able to help out lots of veterans, well, with benefits for sure, but entrepreneur-wise, absolutely. And I've helped other people deal with their stress and anxiety. You know, contact me, private message me. Maybe we could do a one-on-one or I could join you into my group session where we talk about some of those stressors that are affecting a lot of us. Sure, we have issues in our society today, and I'm not going to go into all the issues. You know what some of them are. None of us know everything going on. But forget all that around us. We got to take care of us. We have to take care of our own well-being, financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Because if we're not healthy inside, how can we help someone else? How can we help someone else? So it's real important you go to your local VA, bring your DD Form 214 and say, please sign me up on the system. And then find a vet rep to help you get any disability that you deserve because of what you experienced, felt, know about. And the list goes on and on. A lot of people still in Vietnam with some Agent Orange issues that have not been treated effectively yet or haven't even filed for disability or worse yet, been denied and haven't gone back and say, hold on a second, this is real and it's got worse. So regardless if you filed for something before and were denied, today is a new day. Today is a new day. And whatever issues you had 10, 20, 30 years ago probably got worse. I'm not here going to tell you what happened. Probably got worse. Or maybe some other things have happened that you didn't realize. Maybe nightmares or flashbacks to something that happened during the war or somewhere that you were 20, 30, 40 years ago. And it comes back. Here's what I've learned. A lot of us veterans leave the military, and obviously we have to find jobs right away. Many of us have to support families. So we don't have time dealing with our emotions or even our physical ailments. We have to get to work and make a living. But when we stop working, then things go through our head. All of a sudden, things start hurting. We get those flashbacks. Those are real. And you and I have to seek help sometimes. If nothing else, a group just to talk to and share experiences with. And that's what GI Connects is all about, connecting veterans with resources. And that's one of the resources, just coming back and leaving comments or sharing or getting those group hugs, you could say. It's not my thing, group hugs, but you know what I'm talking about. That's why we developed this organization. There are so many other great organizations out there to help veterans like you and I. So let's connect other veterans with resources. Share this page, this Facebook page with them, and let's share with what we're really doing and help each other. We don't know how many more days we have on this earth. And you and I signed a dotted line and we agreed to pay a certain price. for the pride in our country. We're not a perfect country. And you and I are not perfect people. But darn it, we want it better for our kids and our grandkids. So therefore, our fight isn't over. We have to continuously do what we can to make this world a better place. I want to thank each and every one of you for serving in the military as well as your families. Some of your families had it rougher than you and I did. I have to think about that sometimes. So once again, this is G.I. Joe Skoda, over and out. Yes, I wore combat boots and a hat like that, and you have too. Be proud of that. Have yourself a great day, and God bless you and God bless America. Social media platform, Instagram, of course, Facebook. Like, subscribe, share. We appreciate it. Let us know your thoughts and join our team. Anyways, we appreciate you staying tuned week after week, day after day, because we continuously build up our network to bring to you what you're asking for. Have a great day.